Hola everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxanne. If it's your first time here, then welcome. I wanted to tell you all about some things that I have recently been really enjoying and loving. So let's get right into it. The first that I've been using a lot, so I've been trying to get away from using either acrylic or even dip powder, because even though they say that dip powder is better, and I think it is, but it still makes my nails really brittle when I take it off, so I've been trying not to have to use it at all. And so as my nails grow and I sort of outgrow the brittleness and get sort of a completely new set of my nails, and I have been using, and I think I'll use this even after my nails grow back, the Dashing Diva gloss stickers. The nail strips, there are some semi-cured ones that I've used where you would need the UV light for, and those worked really nicely as well. These are a little bit cheaper because these are just stickers, you don't need the UV light for them. And so this is one set that I currently have. And this is another set. I've already used this, so I only have half left, and then the ones that I have on my nails are also another set, and they have some really cute Christmassy ones that I might get, and I've been really enjoying those. Galileo actually recently developed an allergy to clay-based litter, so we've been using corn-based litter, and he's been using I think it's like the world's best litter or something like that. I'm gonna put a picture of it here so that you can see, and it's actually, the only thing is that it's incredibly dusty, and it's unfortunate because I have black sofas, so whenever I'm not home, you see his little white paws all throughout the sofa. I constantly have to be vacuuming my couch. But if you are the type of person, like if you don't want to use a clay-based litter, or if your cat is also allergic, or if it's just too expensive or whatever, oh, something in my hair, and then I would recommend this. It holds the smell really well. It itself doesn't really smell like anything, and Galileo got used to it pretty quickly, so I've been liking that, and his paws are all better. I was really worried because they were really dry and a little bit bloody, and it was just really scary. Every single digit was inflamed. We had to go, first we went to the emergency, and then we had to then it went away with antibiotics, but not completely, so we went back to his normal vet, and he suggested, okay, here's another cat parent tip. If you can avoid, like if it really isn't, if you feel it's not urgent, don't go to the emergency for vets. Not only was it a $500 visit, she told me that he could have cancer of the digits. Like, that was literally the first thing she told me. And as you all know, Galileo is my everything, and to hear that was incredibly scary. The antibiotics worked, and so that relieved some of my pressure, my anxiety, but still, it was like, and then I go to the vet, and the vet is like, he's like, cancer is not even like top 10 options right now. We're gonna go to the simplest and then work our way up. And he's like, because it's in all of the digits, I think it's probably his litter, because that's what he gets all of the digits in. So let's try that and see if that works. And of course it did. Like, he did give him some antibiotics, so between the antibiotics and switching the litter, his paws are back to normal. He's great, he's doing great. And so yeah, if you can avoid and just go to your normal vet who knows your cat and knows you and is probably going to be able to spend a little bit more time with you, I recommend you do that. I have a few podcasts that I've been listening to lately that I really enjoy. The first is Loud, which I believe is a Spotify original, and this is the story of reggaeton, and it is done really with a lens of with the intent of being accurate and including players and people and cultures that have been completely disregarded in the past, very specifically Afro Latinx influences, and so I really, really enjoyed it. And the queen herself, Evie Queen, is she narrates it, or she's like the host of the podcast. So if you like Latinx music, if you like reggaeton, I would recommend it. It is in English, and so I'm gonna put a picture of everything that I talk about right here, and then I'll try to remember to put links to everything down below. Another Spotify original that I've been listening to a lot is Crime Show. This is by Gimlet, a Spotify original, and this is a true crime podcast, but it's a little bit different because not every crime is about murder. There are different types of crimes here, and really just really interesting stories that I have never heard about. Some to do with music, some to do with sports, and it's really crimes of all kind. And I really appreciate how thorough it is and how it seems to just be really well researched. I really like the host, so I really enjoy it. And I would highly recommend it if you like true crime that goes beyond like just murder-based true crime stories. Yeah, that one it doesn't have too many episodes. Like I was able to get through it pretty quickly, but yeah, it's really good. The last episode was uploaded the 16th of November, so I wonder, it looks like they do 2 a month. Oh, they did one on Tuesday, but it's an introduction to another podcast, so I have to listen to that as well. They do also highlight other podcasts as well. And then for a bookish podcast, that one that's been around for a really long time, I don't think that I've ever talked about it, and I'm sure many of you may have already heard it if you listen to bookish podcasts, and that is Overdue Podcast by Headgum. And this is Andrew and Craig are the hosts, and they're really funny. They're like just two nerdy guys talking about books, and so they'll take turns reading a book and then telling the other about the book. And so at the beginning you get a little bit of background about the author and the book and everything like that, and then they go into it. It is a spoiler-filled podcast because they were talking in detail about what goes on in the book. So I don't listen to every episode. I only listen to the episodes of books that I either don't care to get spoilers on because I don't think I'm ever going to read it, or if I read it I don't think I'm going to care if I have spoilers, or it's a classic and I kind of already know what happens, or books that I've already read and so the spoilers are not really spoilers. So I've been really enjoying that one. Another true crime podcast that I have really been liking is Strangeland, and this is an Audio Chuck production. Audio Chuck does my favorite all-time true crime, which is Crime Junkie. They created the production company Audio Chuck. I think Chuck is the name of the dog of the host, Ashley Flowers, and so they've expanded a lot and done a lot of new shows. And the newest one is Strangeland, and it's all about it's a new series, but the current season that's out is all about one crime, and it is about the murder of I believe a mom, a child, and maybe a babysitter in Koreatown in California and Los Angeles. And it's really interesting, and it has 2 hosts, and I really liked it. I marathoned it and got through it really quickly. And I think that is all for podcasts. As far as other media goes, you have all heard about this, I am sure, but I can't not talk about it because I absolutely loved it when I was watching it. I have now finished. But Ted Lasso, if you have access to Apple TV and can watch Ted Lasso, please watch it. I know that it may seem a little silly or weird and you don't really know what it's about. So it's about this American football coach who is hired in the UK to be a coach for a European football team, soccer football. And it is the most heartwarming show I have ever watched. It's one of those shows that just really makes you, like, it's so tender and charming and sweet, and it really just makes you like want to be a better person. It is absolutely amazing. I marathoned it. Every single time that I wasn't watching it, I wanted to be watching it. is amazing. And it's not, if you like sports, the show will be better for you. It is not in any way less enjoyable if you don't like sports, though. So I think it's one of those things where if you like sports, it'll be better. If you don't like sports, it'll be just really good. It won't be any less good, because the show is really about so much more than that. So I highly recommend it. Another thing that I have really taken advantage of this year and highly recommend, and I don't think I've mentioned a few times that I'm very like sex positive and really want to talk and like destigmatize our conversations around anything to do with our bodies, our menstruation, anything like that. And so I would like to suggest that if you haven't yet, maybe you try out the Pill Club. I was having to go every month to the pharmacy to get my refill. I had to then go to the doctor every year, or talk to someone every year to get my refill renewed. And then I found out about the Pill Club. I think I found out about it through Instagram or something, and from signing up, putting my insurance information, figuring out what birth control method or which birth control pill, and then receiving my shipment, no more than a week went by. It was so efficient, so quick. It went right through my insurance, and I think if you don't have insurance, it's really cheap as well to get your birth control. I got my entire year's worth at once in one shipment, which is incredibly convenient. It was covered by my insurance, and when they sent it, I got some like chocolates and stickers. It was awesome. It was such a great, like, such an easy experience. I felt great, and like I could trust them. I highly recommend them. For some like a kind of beauty thing that I've been really enjoying, I have really loved Kristens, her entire line of hair care products. They sell them, I think they used to only sell them at Target, and now I think they might sell them at Ulta, maybe on Amazon as well. I'm not sure. I still get it from Target. I have been using their curl cream. So my hair has gone through many transformations. It used to be straight with like one curl at the bottom, then it got wavy, and now it's like curly. But I hadn't been able to find a product that really made the curls feel like healthy and bouncy. And then I tried Kristens. They have a curl gel, and it's like it is a white sort of jelly substance, but it really is more like jelly than gel. It doesn't leave a white residue at all. It doesn't feel like normal gel. It really just feels like a kind of like a hair jelly, and it smells really good, and it feels really lightweight, and it just like really defines my curls. My issue is that I need to find like a haircut that I think better like just looks better for my face when I have curly hair. I don't like it as much. Like, I love the actual curls, I just don't like how they look on me, and I think it might be just like a haircut thing. But the cream itself is absolutely wonderful, and my hair feels really healthy, and the curls feel really nice whenever I use it. So I highly recommend it, and it's not I don't think it's very expensive. The Christmas decorations are out. You can't really see that much, but I have lights up above too. It's really exciting. And then another thing that I have really been enjoying is, so I now work at 2 libraries, as one in the youth department. Technically I'm not like a children's librarian, but I only work in the youth department, and so my patrons are all teenagers or younger, and their parents or caretakers. And then in my second job, I am, like, my title is teen librarian, and so not so much for my second job, which is mostly just me being available for readers advisory. In my first job, it is a much smaller library, and I have many more responsibilities, which even though the like budget is less and everything is reduced, I really love having the ability to have a say and some sort of control in the way that the department goes and in the things that we do. and I'm so involved and have such a great relationship with the head of the department. And so we do basically all of the displays in the floor, and I have started following like every library related tag on Instagram that I can possibly think of. But my favorite Instagram account is Great Library Displays. It is so great for ideas and just to like see what other libraries are doing. You can, I think, either tag them or send them your displays, and they'll share them, and it's super nice. There's some beautiful displays. Librarians are so creative, and it's just really like boosted our creativity in my library, and it's made our displays just take on a whole kind of life of their own. They went from just being like either tabletop displays or shelf top displays to taking over entire walls and doors and things like that. And if I have any pictures, I will link them here. That, and as a librarian, the tool LibraryAware is so amazing. LibraryAware, it's great for flyers, for blasts, really anything sort of marketing and creative. We use it a lot for our larger programs like summer reading and things like that, and so we get a lot of ideas from there as well. And I'm gonna see if I can put up a picture of our winter display, which is Books Make Winter Bearable, with a polar bear in the middle, and that came directly from LibraryAware. We saw a flyer that they had with basically the same design, and we borrowed it as librarians. And so I have, if you are a librarian and do displays, I highly recommend Great Library Displays. Instagram account is really great. And so yeah, those are some things that I have really been enjoying lately. I don't do a lot of things other than like reading and watching sports, and so when I have other things that I can talk to you all about, I can compile a little list, and it's exciting. And so hopefully you'll check some of these out and enjoy them as well. If you listen to any podcasts that are true crime, like Crime Show or Strangeland or Crime Junkie, that you think I would enjoy, please leave them down below. I'm also like an OG murderino. I haven't listened to them in a little while because I have kind of shifted to more like serious true crime podcasts. But if you have anything like that, please leave it down below. I would really love to check it out. As always, thank you for watching and for listening. I love you all very much.